Hi there and welcome back to Triplicate, home of interesting electronics. Now, in the last whatever video, I built myself a new power amplifier into this very stylish box here using a digital power amp module, and while I was testing it I discovered the earthing isn't great in here because that's the digital to analog converter out of the computer, which is grounded to the USB, which goes through hubs, etc, etc, etc. And I did suggest I might try and use an optical D to A, so the audio earth could then be completely separated from any nasty computer earth. So, true to my word, here it is. £12.95 I believe off eBay. Made in China as ever, but it comes with some kind of a brand, and in a sort of retail-y box. I haven't opened it yet, so I thought I'd fire the camera up. I'll just adjust the lights, get rid of that ruler, and open her up and see what we've got. So, can I do this one-handed? Does it open like that? It opens like that. Bang! Drop dust. And in here we go. So that's sort of quite professional packaging. This was in a metal box. Bit of weight to it. So far so good. Yeah, and we get some cables. That is an optical cable, I think. So I've never used the optical interface up to now. Is it going to focus on that? Not through the plastic bag. And a USB power cable. So, should we see if we can plug it in and see what we've got? Instructions. Won't bother with them unless we get desperate. Let's throw the box on the floor and see if we can get in this bag. I'm looking here, a pair of scissors, more packaging, there we go. Can't use scissors left-handed. Can't use scissors one-handed. Hang on a minute. I'll put you down. Right, that's better. So we've got the optical lead, we've got the power lead, and we've got the unit. And over here we have my trusty BlackBerry phone charger. I'll plug the power into. We will find where the power goes into that. There, 5 volts DC. Come on, get in. Oh, and we have a small LED. So far, so good. Oh, it's got coaxial in as well as optical. How fancy is that? Right. Should we try and keep the camera on there? As I say, never used optical connectors before. I'm not quite sure how you plug in. Not that way. Right, two-handed again. Hang on, I'm gonna put you down. Okay, so they're going that way up, and if I point you what I'm doing. Grab this optical connector on there. Okay, now I know how they go in. Am I going to try it one-handed? I am. Okay, so that's in there, that's in there. I need an audio lead. I will pinch the audio leads out of here since we're not going to use them anymore. Yep. They're connected up alright. And they won't reach. So I will turn you off and come up with some method of connecting everything up so it all reaches. Right, I've found a USB extension lead courtesy of Sony. See that, anyway, take my word for it, no idea what it was for. So we should be ready to rock. Now's the camera to focus. Now is the laptop lid to come up. Right, there we go. I am going to what am I going to do? Right, I'm going to find a piece of music to play, and I'll spare you me hunting around my laptop, my PC for it, so I'll turn you off again. Right, so here we have a piece I wrote to go with the U-Synth project, so shall we fire it up and see what happens? And we get sound. Does it automatically pick this up? Soon find out. Here we go. Yep, pull the optical cable out, goes off. Push the optical cable back in, comes back. Pause this. I wonder if that's any. I'm still inclined to be noisy and hummy if I turn the volume up on the amplifier. So now I shall look into the earthing of the audio things in here, and to do that I think I'll turn you off because I need both hands really, and I'll bring you back and tell you about my conclusions. So the way it works in here is I have my little and quite elderly mixer, and that coming into it has a new computer interface here which I've unplugged. I've unplugged everything, which is why the power amplifier is humming. I have a little music player which is battery operated and not connected to anything, so we don't need to worry about that. So I have the power amplifier down here, and I have a new audio interface. So let's see if any of these are connected to ground. Right, ground, I've taken off the casing of the bench power supply, which is on its side, so I can clip a lead onto the bottom, give a better view of that. And if I check that against ground, i.e. mains earth, no, come on, it's half an ohm or something, we're not going to worry about that. So we are now measuring to what we know is a good ground. So the new interface, nothing. that is isolated from ground, or the ground of that is isolated from ground, all the pins. The power amplifier, which is this, that's the power amplifier. Let's see what that is relative to ground. Right, quietens it down. If I ground it through the meter, and it's giving 90k. I would have thought that should be infinity. Where the 90k comes from, I don't know. However, I'm going to ignore it from now, which leaves the mixer. Now if I grab these two wires and again trying to do it all one-handed, trying to wedge this in the against this. There we go, I think that's wedged in. And over here on the meter, nothing. So I shall connect all these back up. Okay, that's the mixer, the audio interface to the mixer. This is the input from the power amplifier. This goes in there. Like that. There's a bunch of wire, we won't worry about that. Is that all we need to do? I think it is. So we will turn this on again. Okay, so that's all working, but that ground is actually, well, semi-floating. So I'm now going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to connect a wire between my known ground, which is the casing of the amplifier, okay, and the only bit of ground of the rest of the system I can reach, which is that. Which seems to have no effect. Turn the amplifier up. We get a bit of hiss and hum and stuff. Does that improve that? It does. Gets rid of the hum anyway. Okay, well I think that's a distinct improvement, so what I will do is come up with some kind of way of earthing somewhere, possibly onto the mixer, and call that a hit, call that a success. Well, it's just as well that it worked nicely and didn't have to go back, because Minnie got hold of the box and it would have been a bit embarrassing to have to send it back. Teach me to drop the box on the floor, I suppose. Well, there you go, and in case you were wondering, there's Minnie. Looks as if butter wouldn't melt. And on that note, I shall wrap this video up. Subscribe if you like the channel, leave a comment if you've anything to say, thumbs up please, and I'll see you on the next one. So it's goodbye from Triplicate, home of interesting electronics. Goodbye.